What is up, my dudes? We are back again with another video. Today, we got some pretty interesting news to talk about regarding Orioles baseball. Sadly, as I was scrolling through my Twitter feed yesterday, I stumbled upon the Baltimore Orioles post that said the brand new broadcasting crew, and it did not include two very familiar names to a lot of us, Gary Thorne and Jim Hunter. Gary Thorne was the face of the broadcasting crew, so to speak. I was too young to remember the last Orioles announcer, so this is kind of really sad to see. One of the best announcers in baseball, quite arguably, is not going to be a part of the Orioles broadcast. Who knows where he goes now? There hasn't really been a whole lot of news regarding that, which is why this video is going to be so short. But just to update you guys, Gary Thorne will be leaving the Orioles broadcasting booth. Not because of him, though, because the Orioles decided to move in a new direction with the broadcast team. The 2021 Orioles broadcast team, as you can see on the screen right now, will consist of, I want to say, Jeff Arnold, is that how you pronounce his name? Kevin Brown, Scott Garceau, Brett Hollander, Rob Long, Ben McDonald, Melanie Newman, and Jim Palmer. So we do have some familiar faces up there from last year. Kevin Brown and Scott Garceau were the two main guys who were the main announcer. And then the color guys are obviously going to be guys like Ben McDonald and Jim Palmer. We all know both of those guys very well. Both of them are pretty good. Nothing is confirmed as to who's going to be the main announcer for next year's Orioles team, but if I had to guess, it's probably going to be Kevin Brown. Scott Garceau, in the short time we really saw him last year, he just could not figure out how to pronounce last names, which leads me to believe that Kevin Brown will be the main Orioles announcer, considering that Scott is just kind of a little bit everywhere and doesn't know how to pronounce the players' names for the most part, which I feel like is a very important part of being a broadcaster. But anyway, I think that Kevin Brown's great. He kind of reminds me of Joe Buck a little bit in terms of like how he sounds. Like it sounds like Joe Buck is announcing Orioles games, and I'm just like, what? Since when did Joe Buck start announcing Orioles games? But it turns out it was Kevin Brown. It doesn't matter. He's a pretty good announcer. Jim Palmer obviously will be on there. We love Jim Palmer. But another face that's not going to be there is Mike Bordick, which I was really kind of surprised about because that's three very big names for Orioles broadcasters, and four in the last couple of years if you're going to include Joe Angel, who is the main guy for Orioles radio for a long time. So to see all those four guys go in a span of like 3 years is pretty crazy. Wouldn't have expected that. Gary Thorne and all those guys would have been announcing their last games, back in 2019 for Gary Thorne and 2020 for Jim Hunter. So, hey, you live, you learn, you see new faces in Orioles baseball. So this is just kind of the way it is. We're rebuilding right now, where there's talks about Anthony Santander going to the Marlins. I don't know if you guys saw about that, but that's something I've been kind of seeing floating around in recent trade rumors. And besides that, there's kind of been really not much Orioles news lately. So to finish off this video, there's no better way to give a tribute to these former broadcasters now than to show my two favorite moments in Orioles baseball with Gary Thorne and Jim Hunter. These two have got to be one of my favorite moments in all of Orioles baseball. Roll the clip. We'll see you guys in the next video. Later.
2-2 delivery again. Mancini in the inner right field. That ball is hit deep. It's back in the wall. Oh, Lordy! Goodbye home run! Mercy! Trey Mancini has tied this game up with 2 down in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1 on. Hit the home run. Tied it up. Now a runner at second. Game winner. If he can get a base hit. And he drills it. Oh, my Lord. Goodbye home run. Trey Mancini night at the ballpark. A 3 RBI homer after a 2 RBI homer. And Mancini's your hero, and the Orioles win it.
Bases are loaded. Winning run on at first. 1 down for Manny. And let's not forget, folks, Tim Beckham may be the fastest Oriole. So ball to the gap. He could score from first base. Center field. Did he do it? Back it goes, and that ball is gone! It's out of here! There's a walk-off grand slam, and the Orioles win it. A 3-home run game for Machado.